Many a times I get lots of people asking me questions in my DM on IG and even on WhatsApp. And today I've picked one of such questions to address. It borders on how to lead praises effectively, what goes into the preparation and planning. And to do this with me is no other person than my own brother and friend and working colleague, Pius Asante, who has been a great worship and praise leader for so many years. You're welcome, Pius.
Thank you.
Before I continue, he has a YouTube channel, he has his own ministry, so he posts videos there. He's released one single, Jesus Saves. I think you should check it out. And he has other videos on there as well. And when you go there, comment and say that I'm here because of GB.
Yeah, sure.
So Pius, you're welcome.
Thank you.
For how long have you been leading praises?
Let me say for 7 years now.
How was it like in the beginning? Were you born a praise leader, or was something that you had to study?
Okay. Sometimes you can be born to do something, but if you don't put much effort into the thing or you don't practice, you end up not getting to where you were born to get to. When I started, there were times we used to bend praises. Praises wouldn't go well and all that. And personally, I made up my mind to learn. So there were a lot of people that I look up to, like Joe Metal, Sonny Badu. My initial stages, I was really into Sonny Badu.
When you say you learned from them, I want you to be specific. What and what did you intentionally learn from these people?
So let me first take Sonny Badu. I really love his energy on stage. I learned that from Sonny Badu and his enthusiasm. For Joe Metal, the way he arranged his songs. Joe Metal, I would say, is really good with that. Depending on the occasion and wherever he finds himself, it's like his songs arrangement are on point.
One thing that most people who want to lead praises usually struggle with is their confidence and the fact that they are shy. Is this something that you also battled with at the beginning?
So I didn't start like I am now. I used to struggle. I remember way back in SHS to lead praises, I shiver. I remember my first ministration. I was on stage and it was praises. I was standing at one particular spot and I was shivering. I was shivering. So it didn't come like naturally. I had to learn, make it a point to get better.
What contributed to the shivering? Was it because you were ill prepared, or was it because you've not been on such platforms as big as that before? Because if you know what is the problem, that is when you can know how to deal with it.
Personally, if I'm not well prepared, even now, whenever I get on stage for a particular administration, I kind of have this fear in me, and it sometimes affects my administration. I wasn't used to the platform, and I wasn't really good musically. So as you were talking about the key, how to choose songs, how to even switch from this key to the other, or changing songs. It all contributed to shivering.
So with the aspects of the energy, sometimes you might be good musically, you can change the song very well, you might be confident, but I feel like praise leaders carry some charisma, some energy. How do you build such? Do you have to go and do physical exercises? Do you have to be somebody who, quote unquote, likes to joke around?
I would say that it's practice and listening more. If you want to build on your praises, get some very good praise ministrations or some praise medleys recorded by some great people of God. Start listening, practice. I know you like to practice in your battles or your washroom, sorry. So practice and then make it a point to note some things in it. Know where you lack. And then make sure that you are picking some things from the listening that you are doing, and then practice. So I remember when I was in the university, yeah, I'm now out. I used to practice in my washroom a lot. Sometimes I can even make noise, and it's like the whole hostel, everyone can hear me. When you do that and you get on stage, it just flows naturally. It becomes part of you.
Averagely, how long does it take you to prepare?
Personally, I always want to take days to prepare for a praise ministration. Why? Because there are lots of things that goes into preparing for a praise ministration. For me, maybe not for any other person or not for people, but for me, I always want to do my best so that when I get there, I know that I am doing it wholeheartedly, like I'm coming all out. So I take days. That's why I don't like impromptu ministrations.
But personal experience, I've seen so many times that we are told impromptu.
Yeah.
And it goes so well.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to know if maybe earlier preparations in the past, because me personally, when I was attempting praises at first, I stay in my room and act like I'm part of a congregation. I work on the arrangement. I work on the keys. I've not been told I'm leading praises, so I don't have any hope that soon I'll be doing praises, because I was identified as the calm type. When it's ministration, they'll call you. But when it's praises, they'll call another person. Then I started getting an opportunity, and my first time it went so well. And from that time, they started calling me, and I feel like it was because of those preparations that I've done before. So even though I've not been called to do the praises, I have a list of songs that I know that this one goes well for me. This one goes well for you. So may I know that you have a similar thing?
Yeah.
Because you know how to change the song and what song comes afterwards.
After.
Like, it doesn't get boring with time.
Okay.
You have a good starter. You know how to build it. Then in the middle, it's like it's saturated. It's like you're not doing too much. Then when you see that people are getting too used, then you now lift up again. So I'm trying to reconcile you saying that fine, everybody doesn't like impromptu things, but I feel like you are good at improvising.
Oh yeah.
And is it because of prior preparations?
I think so. I think so because, as I was saying, I will normally take days to prepare for a praise ministration. I don't know why it's praise ministration, because I think praises is not easy. Leading praises is not easy. A lot of things comes into it because you are in charge of yourself. You are in charge of the congregation. You have to coordinate the instrumentalists. And there are a whole lot of things going on there, like in your mind, and then controlling the crowd. Maybe in the mornings when, after probably quiet time, and I want to, sing some praise songs. You see that you sing this and automatically this one will follow it. You'll be like, sir, we buy now, we twice, So I list them down. We buy now, we call and edo. So okay, now we saw to now we have to now we have to. You'll be like, oh, okay, then this one can go with this one can go with this. So I've been doing that a lot. It has become a part and parcel of me.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
So like the more you do it, the more it becomes a part and parcel of you. Now let's talk about staying unique and dynamic. In the same church, we have about 5 people who sometimes do their praises, but everyone comes. Sometimes about 3 people do it in the same way. You don't see any different from this person's own. The same kind of song, the same kind of arrangement, the same kind of tempo. You sound like the same kind of key. Yours is quite unique.
Okay.
What contributed to that?
I have learned to know myself. I am Pius Asante. This is how I sing. These are some of the things that I do that makes me unique. So I always try as much as possible to be myself whenever I'm on stage. I would say that, you see, we learn from a lot of people. I learned from UJB, a lot of things, But then make sure that you don't become someone.